Hello and welcome. I am Sachin Brahme with Avaya Serviceability Engineering. In this video, we'll talk about how to use the enhanced cell phone detection feature in Avaya Proactive Contact. The enhanced cell phone detection is a new feature introduced in Proactive Contact version 5.0 and later releases. This is applicable to only the hard dialer version of the Proactive Contact, that is where you have the digital switch as the part of the Proactive Contact system. This was introduced in order to improve the detection for calls made to the cell phones. With calls made to the cell phones, due to a variety of the voicemail recordings, sometimes you had problems like the system misdetecting voicemail answering machine as a live voice and passing them to agents. This feature is useful in those scenarios. There is a setting provided at the job level to enable and disable this feature. We'll talk about this in a while. It must be noted that this feature requires the switch generic software version on the digital switch to be at least at 18.0.2 or higher. And also there are special changes required in the outpulse rules on the digital switch software for this feature to work, which we will not be covering in this video. So if your system needs this configuration, please contact Avaya support to get that done. Now let's talk about this setting at the job level. So I am in the editor application and I have a job section open. I click on any outbound job here, and under the call pacing section, you will see this parameter cell phone campaign call progress. By default, this setting would be set to 0, which means that effectively this feature is turned off. The available values for this setting are 0 to 4. This setting determines the amount of time the system listens after the initial hello in order to determine if it's a live voice or an answering machine. So for example, when the system makes a call to a phone number, the far end picks up whether it's an answering machine or a human voice and says something, maybe a hello. And after this initial greeting, how much time does the system listen further in order to determine if it's a voice or an answering machine is what this setting determines. A setting of 0 means this setting is disabled, so the system performs the detection normally as it were before this feature. A setting of 1 reduces this time taken for detection after the initial greeting, thus giving slightly lesser time for detection. A setting of 2 reduces this time further, and similarly setting of 3 and 4 go on reducing this time even further. So as you go on increasing the number for this setting, it reduces the amount of time it allows for detection after the initial greeting. So a setting of 4 would mean least time allowed for detection, and setting of 0 would mean maximum time allowed for detection, that is after the initial greeting. This setting is available on a per job basis, so the supervisors should wisely use this setting to determine which setting works best for them based on the type of answering machines they call to. And as advised earlier, switch generic version 18.0.2 or later is required for this feature. And also certain changes to the outputs rules are required, and if your system does not have them, please contact Avaya support to get those changes done. With that, we come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching this video. For any questions or feedback, you may write to us at mentor@avaya.com or at Avaya Mentor on Twitter. For more details and other technical information, please visit support.avaya.com. Thank you for choosing Avaya.